The highway stretched endlessly under the pink glow of dawn, a ribbon of possibility winding through distant hills. Emma, a travel blogger with a restless soul, gripped the steering wheel of her van, chasing sunsets and stories for her channel. She hadn't planned on taking a passenger that day, especially not someone who would alter the course of her heart. On a quiet roadside cafe stop, she met Lily, a painter whose bus had broken down miles back. Lily's suitcase leaned against her leg, her hair tousled by the wind, eyes bright with a mix of worry and wanderlust. Emma offered her a ride, expecting small talk and maybe a few laughs to fill the long drive. What she didn't expect was the magnetic pull between them. The road unfolded beneath them like a shared secret. Music played softly from Emma's playlist, songs that felt like open skies and unsaid dreams. At first, they swapped stories of places they'd been. Lily spoke of sketching in coastal towns while Emma described chasing northern lights across frozen landscapes. Laughter filled the van, light and effortless, each mile shrinking the space between two strangers. As afternoon faded, a sudden summer storm forced them to pull over at a scenic overlook. Raindrops drummed on the roof while fog rolled across the valley. Inside the van, the world felt intimate, wrapped in the sound of rain. Lily traced raindrops on the window, her fingers leaving delicate trails. Emma watched her, realizing she was memorizing every detail: the curve of her lips, the softness in her gaze. They brewed coffee on Emma's little camping stove, the aroma mingling with the damp air. Conversation slowed, replaced by comfortable silences that said more than words. Lily admitted she hadn't felt this alive in years. Emma felt the same, like the road had led her here for a reason. As twilight descended, Lily shifted closer to admire Emma's camera. Their shoulders brushed, sending a quiet thrill through Emma. Lily's hand lingered over Emma's as they scrolled through photos, snapshots of wildflowers, sunlit cliffs, and lonely roads. The closeness was electric but tender, a moment suspended between what was and what could be. The first kiss came softly, almost shyly. Lily turned, her breath warm against Emma's cheek, and their lips met, a hesitant touch that deepened as they both leaned in. The storm outside seemed to hold its breath as they found each other in the small, golden-lit space. It wasn't a movie-perfect kiss, but something more real. A discovery, a promise, a spark carried by miles of open road. When the rain stopped, the world outside was washed clean, stars glimmering through thinning clouds. Emma started the van again, but the journey felt different now. The air between them was charged, their hands brushing on the gear shift until Lily's fingers intertwined with Emma's. Neither of them spoke for a while, but the quiet was full of possibility, of shared wonder, of two hearts now moving in tandem. By the time they reached the next town, headlights cutting through the dark, Emma knew this detour wasn't temporary. The road had given her a story she hadn't been looking for: two souls crossing paths, colliding in a storm, and choosing to keep moving forward together. Their journey wasn't mapped, but neither of them needed a destination. With every curve of the highway ahead, their hearts stayed in motion, carrying them toward a love as wild and unexpected as the open road itself. The days that followed were a melody of shared experiences. Sunrises were greeted with steaming mugs of coffee, each sip laced with quiet contentment. They hiked to hidden waterfalls, their laughter echoing in the canyons. In the evenings, they cooked meals on camp stoves, sharing stories under star-studded skies. Lily taught Emma how to sketch the rugged landscapes, her gentle guidance turning rough lines into something beautiful. And Emma introduced Lily to the magic of capturing the perfect light, the thrill of finding the right angle. One evening, nestled beside a crackling fire, Lily confessed her fear of commitment, a melody she'd sung to herself for years. Emma, in turn, admitted that love had always seemed like a detour in her own story. Yet here they were, two souls finding harmony on a road less traveled. And as the fire crackled, mirroring the rhythm of their beating hearts, they made a pact to keep this melody going. To face the uncertainty together, to let the road decide their pace, their love echoing the boundless expanse of the open highway. Yet as the weeks melted into months, the highway began to feel smaller, the horizon losing its allure. A part of Lily yearned for the familiar comfort of a steady routine, a place to hang her art, perhaps a small cottage with a garden where her paints and brushes could rest. Emma, too, felt the tug of something she'd never known she craved, a sense of belonging, a home where she could unpack the wanderlust that had been her constant companion. In a quiet moment, they pulled off the highway, seeking solace in a secluded meadow. Surrounded by wildflowers swaying in the breeze, they poured out their hearts, fears, and desires. Tears glistened in Lily's eyes as she confessed her longing for roots, for a place to anchor their love. Emma, her voice trembling, admitted her own yearning for a haven where their love could bloom without the constant hum of the engine. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, they made a decision. They would follow their hearts, not the road. The next morning, the van stood silent, its doors open, inviting the sunrise to paint stripes across the dashboard. They had parked it, not just for the night, but perhaps forever. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, they began to explore the town. Emma discovered an antique bookstore tucked away on a cobblestone street. Its windows displayed dog-eared novels and leather-bound journals, each page holding untold stories. Meanwhile, Lily found a quaint art supply shop brimming with canvases, tubes of paint, and brushes waiting to capture new landscapes. They roamed through local markets, the vibrant colors of fresh produce calling to them. They tasted homemade pastries, their flaky warmth melting in their mouths. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee led them to a cozy cafe with mismatched chairs and tables piled with books. Here, amidst the murmur of conversations and the gentle clinking of cups, they settled in. Over cups of steaming chai latte, they discussed their newfound dream, a haven of their own. Emma envisioned a space where books whispered secrets and where art breathed life into the walls. Lily saw a place where laughter echoed and where every room told a story. They talked for hours, their voices echoing their excitement, their hands intertwined, their dreams taking root in this unexpected corner of the world. And so their lives began to unfold in this charming town, their love story taking on new chapters. Emma's infectious laughter rang through the aisles of the bookstore as she organized shelves, her fingers trailing across spines that promised adventure. Lily's artistic touch transformed blank canvases into vibrant murals, each stroke a testament to their shared journey. Together, they renovated an old house on the outskirts of town, its weathered walls becoming canvases for their dreams. Emma's botanical prints adorned the walls, while Lily's paintings of rolling hills and distant horizons graced the living room. Furniture they found at antique shops held memories of bygone eras, each piece a silent witness to their love story. Their home became a sanctuary, a place where creativity bloomed and love deepened. Friendships bloomed, mirroring the growth of their love story. They hosted book clubs in the evenings, their home filled with lively discussions and shared passions. Art exhibitions showcasing Lily's work drew in curious onlookers, their whispers of admiration music to their ears. As seasons changed, so did the landscape of their love. They learned the art of compromise, the beauty of shared silence, and the strength that came from facing challenges hand in hand. The highway, once their constant companion, now held memories. They revisited the meadow where they'd made their pact, their love stronger, more rooted than ever before. One crisp autumn evening, as the scent of fallen leaves mingled with the aroma of pumpkin spice, Lily found Emma in their garden. Sunlight streamed through the colorful canopy, painting dappled patterns on the ground. With a heart full of love and gratitude, Lily dropped to one knee, pulling out a ring. Tears welled up in Emma's eyes as she whispered, "Yes." The ring, a simple band of gold, symbolized the unending road they had chosen to travel together, a journey that had begun unexpectedly on a highway and had led them to this moment of pure bliss. As the sun dipped below the horizon, their friends and family gathered to celebrate. Cheers echoed, stories were shared, and the melody of their love resonated in every heart present. Under the soft glow of fairy lights, they exchanged vows, promising to navigate the twists and turns of life with love as their compass. Years rolled by like the wheels of a well-oiled machine, each season adding a chapter to their shared story. Their home echoed with laughter, often accompanied by the pitter-patter of tiny feet. Lily's canvases now included murals painted on children's bedroom walls, while Emma's bookshelf boasted storybooks with illustrations that brought smiles to young faces. Weekends were spent exploring nearby towns, their love serving as the anchor in the ever-changing tides of family life. Through the years, the highway remained a part of their narrative, a reminder of the journey that had brought them to this point. They revisited the spots that held their story, the roadside cafe, the scenic overlook, the meadow where their love had taken root. Each visit brought back a rush of emotions, the early days, the fears, the hopes, and the dreams that had been woven into the fabric of their love. One gray afternoon, as they sat by their crackling fireplace, surrounded by their children and grandchildren, they recounted their journey, their love story echoing through the generations. Theirs was a tale of how a chance encounter on a highway can lead to a lifetime of happiness, a testament to the power of love to guide even the most unexpected journeys. And as the fire danced, casting flickering shadows on the walls, their hearts swelled with gratitude, knowing that on that fateful day when their paths crossed on a highway many years ago, their love had set them on a course that had led them to this moment of complete fulfillment.